Hi, I'm Trip Wool.
And I'm Malcolm Hamilton Hall.
And this is Blue Wave News.
As many of you might know, head shaving is a tradition here at DHS. Actually, looking around you, you can probably see a few friends who have had their head shaved for the cause. Here with more is Jack Thornberry.
Math teacher Mr. Dooley has been running the St. Baldrick's fundraiser at DHS for 10 years now. I talked to Mr. Dooley about how he brought this event to the school.
People raised money, you came in, you shaved your head in solidarity with this kid Brent, who was undergoing chemo and had lost all his hair. He was only 2 years old. We usually get around 15 people shaving their head, around 5 teachers and 10 students, and it's been very successful raising money for childhood cancer research.
Leave that hair on. No.
Make sure it gets to Jack's website. So I usually set the goal at $10,000 every year, averaging about $750 raised per shavee. We will have raised over $100,000 for St. Baldrick's in the lifespan of the event here at Darien High School, which is tremendous.
Thanks for that, Jack. In other fundraising news, Miss Minnis and the Orchestra Club are financing their trip to Florida this year. With more on the story is our very own Julie Canora.
The American Girl Tea Party started 4 years ago when Caroline Wetterau and I started talking about ways to fundraise for the orchestra and how to get children and parents from the community to be more actively involved in our fundraising. We invite children from grades K through 5. It is predominantly a kindergarten and first and second grade activity. They're there for an hour and a half, so we try to keep them active. We have lots of little treats that they can eat. They bring their American Girl doll, and we always have a craft that pertains to the American Girl party. So in this case, this year, we'll be making little headbands for their dolls, as well as springtime magnets.
I really like the American Girl Tea Party because it really brings the community together.
It's really fun.
What's your favorite part?
I like the music, very relaxing.
In total, the orchestra raised $880, which will cover the cost of renting cellos and basses for its performances at Disney World and Universal Studios in April.
We here at Blue Wave News know that a lot of you have a passion for the arts. That's why correspondent Timothy Derby met up with some art students to see what they do at the CAEA Art Show.
The Scholastics Art Show is an art competition that is statewide in Connecticut, where students enter in a variety of categories. This year, there were over 2,000 entries, and the CAEA picked about 650 pieces to hang in the Slip Gallery in the University of Hartford for the show.
With this project, I kind of like to build more of like structural pieces, like vases, and that's mostly like ceramics, but I also like sculpture. I was assigned to do something about social consciousness in my honors art class.
We had 2 big winners, one being Michelle Hahn, who won an American Vision Award for her piece, The Rolling Stones.
From this project, I learned how to kind of build more with clay.
And then Ella Moore won the CAEA Best in Show and Drawing and the CAEA Best in Show overall out of the entire state of Connecticut.
I chose to do depression, and I really wanted to do something different to like the deep dark pit of depression that you usually see in artwork. So I wanted to see how it really felt and kind of investigate that in my piece.
Other notable winners of the Scholastic Art Show from DHS were Charlie Christensen, Allison Lamonto, Catherine Wright, Emma Jacques, and Reagan Kennedy.
No student likes hearing the acronym SAT. That's why correspondent Leonard Morau met up with DHS students and faculty to discuss this March's mandatory testing.
So the state assessment this year in Connecticut changed from the Smarter Balance assessment that juniors have done the past 2 years to the new version of the SAT. All indications from the state is that moving forward, juniors will continue to take the SAT as their state assessment for the years to come. This is a decision by the state that could obviously change. So for our juniors, we really feel like this is a benefit for them because this is an actual SAT. It's not a practice SAT, it's a real SAT that they can use moving forward for the college admissions purposes. By offering it here during the school day, it's hopefully a comfortable environment for students. and just being able to bring down that level of potential anxiety or stress that students are feeling going into the test. Hopefully they'll actually score better with taking this one than maybe an SAT that they take on a Saturday. So for this SAT that was offered as a state assessment, it will be treated just like any other SAT that is administered on a Saturday. Students will have the choice to be able to send this test date to colleges, or if they want to send scores from their test date to colleges, they can do that too.
I thought the SAT was pretty challenging. I thought it was a lot harder than the old one, and I thought that having school afterwards was kind of unfair.
Yeah, I was really brain dead after the SAT, so taking it and then going to school was like, nah.
I think that the new SAT was a little easier than the old one. I didn't take it personally, but I think that it really benefits the juniors. But I definitely think that we shouldn't have school afterwards.
I personally don't think the state should use the SAT as the state assessment next year, primarily because I don't feel like it's very tied in with the high school curriculum. And then I also know that a lot of kids weren't planning to use these SAT scores from this new SAT for college. A lot of people were going to cancel them because they just didn't really know what to expect from this new SAT.
We're also working at trying to figure out what's the best schedule for our students to not only maximize their performance on the assessment, but also to limit the amount of disturbance that we have in school and cutting out for curriculum time that teachers are using in the classroom.
Now, many of you are aware of the club presence in this school. Today, Malcolm Hamilton Hall shed some light on one of the most patriotic clubs in all of Darien High School.
On a typical Thursday morning, there aren't many students at DHS, but in room C205, the members of Support Our Soldiers are hard at work. So we met up with some of the group members to see what they do.
Our main goal is to honor veterans.
So it's a really relaxed schedule, but we really get a lot done.
It really just helps us to honor our local veterans and all they've done for our country.
We got to record veterans' stories, and we worked with the Library of Congress on this, so they save all these stories so they're never lost.
And the most part, I really just like the club for the activity and the great amount of fundraisers that we have to help those organizations.
So in the past, we really haven't been a fundraising club. However, we're going to have a big spring fundraiser. We're hoping to raise a lot of money to support fallen patriots.
Such as this lucky patriot, who, thanks to Support Our Soldiers and the Soldier Strong Foundation, was able to walk one more time after being crippled during combat. To see how you can help support our soldiers, contact Ms. Zago or see her in room C205. And don't forget to go to the Fallen Patriots competition night in late April.
And of course, with so many different clubs in DHS, we need to talk about one more. Our very own Chris Stearns met with the Gaming Club to figure out what they're all about.
To learn more about Gaming Club, I interviewed Mr. Cummings.
Well, Gaming Club is a club that meets every Wednesday from 5 to 6:30. Basically, students come together, they talk about games. One student does a presentation on a game that they're really interested in, and then for the remaining hour, people just play games.
We have gaming with the teachers, which is a really big event, and which we would say is our actually biggest event at the end of the year in April. The entire club comes together to have this event in which we raise money for charity, specifically Child's Play,
which buys games and toys for kids who are in the hospital for long-term periods.
You get to play all your favorite games with your favorite teachers.
The real fun is kind of just, schooling your teacher in video games or quiz games.
Like a nice place, people can just relax here, be themselves. No one will judge you for anything. It's like a fun place. I really recommend it.
If you're interested in joining, talk to Mr. Cummings or come to the club at 5 on Wednesdays.
Many of you went to see Theater 308's spring production of Singing in the Rain. Correspondents Russell Mahaney and Jeremy Howe met up with cast and crew to get a behind-the-scenes look at the show.
We decided on Singing in the Rain last spring, and we were waiting on administrative approval before we let everybody know about it. But it was a decision based off of, we wanted a musical that was well known with a relatively bigger size cast. That was a good set production kind of idea. It has great music and it's a classic, so a lot of people know it, which is, it was a goal.
Singing in the rain, just singing in the
Actual
rain.
H2O.
What a glory.
Lena's voice. That's a shocker. Every time she talks, just hold on to your chairs and children, because you're gonna be blown away.
Yeah, it's very good acting by Sophie, as well as tap dancing. That is.
We got to have tap.
We've got to have tap dancing, but yeah, the tap dancing is tremendous. The people who do tap dance in this show have worked really hard, and it's really paid off. They're tremendous. So that'll be something fun to look forward to when you watch it.
Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing in the rain.
And what a fantastic performance it was. Here is Brendan Ross with the Blue Wave Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Brendan Ross. Welcome to Blue Wave Sports. Over to Andrew Santo with Blue Wave Hockey.
The boys and girls ice hockey team had extremely successful seasons this year. The boys team ended their year as state champions with a victory over Fairfield Prep. The girls team had a dominating season this year and won both FCIAC and state titles.
I think it definitely went really well. There's not much more we could ask for. We won FCIACs and states, so we ended really well, ended on a high note, and kind of capped off our careers here.
We were led by a senior class that had been together since freshman year. There were 6 of us, and we're all really tight, so I think that we led the team to success. It was really like a sport we played because we just really loved the sport. We didn't have pressures of recruiting or anything, so it's really something that we went out there every single day and just enjoyed and loved doing.
Probably because we've been playing together for 10 years. We started when we were 7 or 8 years old in the town's youth program. So it's been a long time that we've been playing together.
The high school was just definitely the best part with everyone.
We had some pretty big expectations going into this season. Last year, obviously, we won the FCIAC and state championships, so this year we really wanted to repeat. We fell a little bit short in the FCIACs this year, but we got it done in the states. We got to go up to Yale for a college hockey game, which is pretty special, and the whole team model. It was kind of like a bonding experience, and then obviously winning the state championship was really exciting for all of us. We're losing I think 15 seniors this year, so that's going to be a big hit. But our JV program's really good, and we have a good JV coach who built that team up pretty good. So next year I think we should be pretty good again. We got a good goalie coming back, Brendan Baumgartner. He's going to be solid for us, and a lot of guys that will lead that team to good things. Yep.
Boys from Medai finished their season 9-1 this year, with our only loss coming at Greenwich. Darien won its 3rd straight FCIAC East title. The Wave finished 2nd at FCIACs for the 2nd year in a row, with top swims coming from PK Brannigan, who placed 2nd in the 50 free and 1st in the 100 free. Senior Stephen Crouch won the 2016 FCIAC diving championships, and the Wave dominated the event. Head coach Dennis Flores was named with the 2016 FCIAC Coach of the Year. In states, the team finished 2nd to New Canaan in Class L. Again, the Wave divers were outstanding, with Timmy Lutz placing 2nd and Wally Schmid placed 4th. Record-breaking swims came from seniors Zach Pear and PK Brannigan. Zach placed in 1st in the 200 freestyle and 2nd in the 100 butterfly, breaking both school records. PK broke the school record for the 100 freestyle. At State Opens, the dive team was again led by 2nd place finish from Timmy Luz. At Opens, Greenwich again dominated and the Blue Wave took 4th place. It was another successful season for the Blue Wave boys swim and dive team. Now to Trip Wool with boys and girls indoor track.
As spring arrives and the runners hit the track in preparation for the upcoming season, no one could deny that the track team made a splash this winter. At the Class L State Championships, the girls team surpassed expectations, landing third in the 4x800 relay thanks to Cameron Appleby, Marley Garfield, Kristen Mayhew, and Grace Harmon.
We have a lot of really strong underclassmen that came out. We really pushed ourselves and we surprised ourselves.
As a captain for outdoor, I think we have a really strong team right now, and I'm just really excited to hang out with the girls and have a lot of fun, honestly.
The boys team also capped off an incredible season at States. Jason Daniel Flynn and Keenan Warble landed 5th and 6th in the boys 600-meter dash. Santos Christian, Dylan Foley, Shelby Grant, and Sam McMullen placed 6th in the 4x200 relay, while Henry Vossler flung his way into 2nd place in pole vaulting.
Going into FCIAC East, we knew that Brian McMahon and Wilton were going to be big opponents, so pulling out the victory there let us gain a lot of momentum. I think overall we had a very strong postseason.
There's just a lot of good individual performances that in the future, when they all come together, we're going to bring home another title at Darien High School.
And with no time to spare, the men have shifted their focus to the outdoor season. The men remain focused, determined, and yes, shirtless, as they set up to chase down the FCIAC championship this spring.
The girls ski team had another outstanding season, finishing 24-1. The Wave, who was led by Captain Maggie Skeets, who was named All-State. Freshman racers Devin Hart and Lane Anderson were named Honorable Mention All-State by the Connecticut Interscholastic Ski League. The girls finished state opens in an impressive 3rd place. The boys ski team is led by junior captain Brooks Daly, who was named to the All-State team. The ski team is already looking forward to the next season. Girls gymnastics had another great season. They finished 2nd in the SCX to Greenwich. Junior Sam Aparicio and freshman Nicole Carlo came in 2nd and 4th. Darien had a good showing in the Class M states, finishing 5th. Strong performances came again from Sam Aparicio and Nikki Carlo. Sam and Nikki represented Darien in state open meet as well. Sam placed 6th overall in the state, and Nikki Carlo just missed the top, finishing 11th. Boys basketball finished their season 7-13. Alex Preston had a huge year for the Wave, leading the team with 14.6 points per game, 11.2 rebounds per game, and 3.5 blocks per game. Alex was named to the All-FCIAC second team as well as the All-FCIAC defensive team. The team just missed qualifying for the FCX. In states, the boys lost in the first round against Hillhouse to complete their season. Girls basketball finished their season 11-9, ending on a 5-game win streak. Aaron Karczewski was named to the All-FCIAC second team, and Katie Ramsey and Christine Fiore received honorable mention. While the girls missed the FCIAC championships, they were seeded 22nd in the Class LL states. At states, the girls played Glastonbury in the first round. The Wave came away with a loss 46-32 to end their season.
Okay, everybody, that's all the news we have for today.
Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of the stories that we create.
See you around the school and have a fantastic day from all of us here in the newsroom.